Hello and welcome back to Project UK. I hope you're all having such a fantastic couple of days and this whole week has been amazing for you. Here in the UK it's still quite hot, which is annoying because I'm stuck in my little room, and the reason why I'm stuck in my little room is I've started a new job recently. Yay! I say recently, I've been doing it for over a month now, but due to the fact I've uploaded a load of stuff ahead of schedule, I haven't had a chance to actually say anything. With that in mind, just so you are aware, I'm still settling into my new job, trying to figure out what I can do and when I can do it with everything I've got going on, and so my upload schedule might get slightly hit. I am doing quite a lot at the moment. I've got some Blender commissions I'm doing, some more content I'm trying to get out. So you might see the odd little video instead of a big full-on series like this. Things like my tutorials that I've just done recently is just quick and easy, designed to make things as simple as possible. So I go through the simple ways of doing things, not the overly complicated way and the technical way, just like this is easiest way to do it. Get a texture, mess about with it, boom, looks good. The idea is that people who are new to these type of mods can use them. I'm thinking about doing one for things like intersection marking tool. I wanted to do one for no controller, but I don't use no controller 3. I only use no controller 2 or no controller R or whatever it's called. I don't use it because I'm not a big fan. So I might not do that one. Don't know how people will take that. Who knows? If you want a specific tutorial of something that you see me do on camera and you like what I do and you think, hey, I want to know how you did that, hit me up on either here or my Twitter or anything like that, and I'll be more than happy to help, because I like doing a good tutorial. They don't take long to record, they don't take long to edit, and it's a bit of fun, and I can do them in between. Anyway, that's enough about what I've been doing. Let's crack on with what I'm doing on the screen now. Because it's all about me, isn't it? That's why we're here. No, it's all about my City Skylines content. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm building in Project UK again, and so back in Oxworth, and this is like a sports centre thing. It's more like a sports ground, so it starts off, we're going to come in and you saw me put down a football pitch, which I'm going to change in a bit, because I tried to PO out the signs and it just doesn't work, which is a shame because I like the design of this pitch, but it is what it is. And I'll go in and I'll put a new one down. And now I'm just moving on to things like tennis courts, and I'm going to have some baseball. No baseball in England. We don't really play it. It's an American thing. Basketball is the word I'm looking for, because we do play that. So we're going to put some basketball courts down as well. I love doing this because this enables me to really play about with PO a bit and mess about with the colours of the textures, because it's a sports ground. So you often have that really weird sort of rubbery floor. I don't know if you get that outside of the UK, but we have this rubbery floor around our sports grounds, which is a bit weird. Usually around things like tennis pitches and stuff like that, tennis courts, should I say, sorry. Yeah, it's really annoying, but it is always multiple colours. So you get like greens, reds, blues, all sorts. So being able to go in a PO and mess about with textures on that was just fantastic. And I did it really easily. So I just didn't import a special texture. I just used a decal and then changed the colour using PO. So it's really simple to do, which is fantastic. I did kind of touch on it a little bit on my tutorial, but if you'd like to know how I do that in a bit more detail, give me a shout. I'd be more than happy to do so. So now we're just doing that football pitch. Like I said, as you can see, I've changed it. I wasn't a big fan of the last one, which was annoying because, again, like I said, I loved the design of the actual pitch itself, but I just couldn't get rid of those signs. If I could get rid of those City Skyline signs and make it more what I wanted to, then I would have used it, but unfortunately not. I had a lot of fun here trying to get these steps. I say fun, it was a pain in the bum to try and get these steps to sort of look good. I just couldn't do it, so in the end I just put one step and then filled it with some pavement. Nice and easy. So as you can see from the way I've done this fence, originally my plan was just to have it, this is it. A couple of pictures, couple of chords, and then think nothing else of it. But I decided as I go on, as you saw from the intro, so you obviously know, and from the title of the video, I go a bit more overboard a little bit, and I add a nice big golf course onto it. Now, I had this idea roughly about now into this video here, and when I was building this area, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this really nice little clubhouse. This is for the football pitch and everything else. Maybe a reception area, that type of thing. People can come here and they can just chill and relax and enjoy themselves. But also I was like, you know what, I'm going to put a golf course here. And I ended up putting like a big golf shop down the bottom, which you'll see me doing later on. I play about with a lot of PO with that. The ball actually spins, believe it or not, the golf ball on top of the sign. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I loved it, and that's thanks to those lovely modules by Simon. They're just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, thank you so much. They've made life fantastic, and I've used a lot of them. Not a lot of them. Oh, English. Every episode, English goes out the window. I've used a lot of those modules within this series, and you'll see that a lot later on. You may have seen some of my teasers I've put on Twitter. Yeah, I use them for a lot of things, especially when it comes down to doing the peer area and stuff like that. It's so much fun. So this little store building I've got down here is actually an American Golf. As you can see, they do operate within the UK, not just America. We do have one. I have one pretty close to me, or I used to. But I couldn't get the sign to just get a nice sign to replace it. So what I decided to do is to completely blank this out and reword the whole sign, stick it on there. But then I found out the texture's back to front. Asset creators, why do you do this? Why do you put your textures on the wrong way round and then flip it? It's just, to me, doesn't make sense. Surely that's gonna play about with the normals a little bit. Who knows? But so what I end up doing is I end up using a nice road sign, POing it down to shape, and then adding it all to that. And you know what? It turned out really, really well. This episode is pretty much a PO episode, I'll be honest with you all, but I love that mod. Just, yeah, it's the best mod ever. But yeah, so we're gonna make the sign now, and then we're going to move on to decorate up the area and then do the entrance. I'm looking forward to it. So I really wanted this nice sign to welcome people into the area, but I just couldn't find one that fit. This design is lovely. And instead of making a new one, I decided I was going to grab the one that was used for Biffa's channel and PO it and stick my own writing on. So that's what I do. Unfortunately, when the sun hits it just at the wrong angle, the normal map does come through, which is a pain, but we live. We just crack on with it. I might replace this later and make my own one, but we'll see. It's a lot of work for something I've already got in place. As you can see, one of the biggest issues I've still got, and I still haven't learned, even though I do all the time, is locking my layers once I place them, and I end up moving that background constantly. It's such a pain. And yeah, so now I'm just filling out some spots of the map, and I really love doing these type of things. A bit of greenery. I mentioned it before in all my videos. I love doing greenery. It's just so much fun, and the nature just looks lovely, and it just brings a small area to life. So here I am now, I'm doing that ball. This was quite fun. I really enjoyed this. So I had to make the image twice. The object twice, one of which I deleted the pole, one of which I deleted the ball, then put them back together again and set the ball to a rotate module. As you can see, I'm doing that now, so I'm setting it up for 5. It's a bit of a fast spin, but I often shoot all my videos at slow, so it's not too bad. So it looks really good in the cinematics at the end, and you saw a little bit of them at the beginning as well. I love it. It's little touches I find that really add detail to a city and a series and a small town. Just before we get onto the golf course, I'm going to jump right across the road here and just do a little car park. Now, when I first did this, I was like, I really want this car park to be fancy, colours and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, that didn't really work out. So I thought, right, we'll do slanted parking spaces. That didn't work out. So in the end, I just did normal parking. It looks good, it fits the area, and it solves the purpose. So people just need to park when they go into the golf course or the football stadium, or stadium, football pitch or anything like that. So I did that up and then stuck some nice little warehouse buildings behind it and around it, because that's kind of the thing you'll get, you know, whether they're used to storage or just warehouses that aren't really in use anymore, that type of thing. But I loved it. I think it just turned out really nice. I love this series altogether. Just so much ability to detail and make this look as realistic as I physically can. So much fun. So I've decided to basically do like a mini competition-esque thing, I suppose, more of a community build. And I'm going to use these two areas here, so area 1, area 2, and I want you to build something. Just build. You'll have a link to my assets down below, and also I'll put a link to the map and its raw ability just for you to look at and, you know, get in there and put some stuff in. But I want to see what other people build. Remember, it's a UK build, so it needs to be UK themed. Please only use the assets area in my asset collection and build away. Let me know. Post them on my Twitter. Anything like that. Contact me via, you know, directly through Discord. You'll find me on many people's Discords. I'm on $2. I'm on Intenses. I'm on Pies. I'm on 0 FPS, Showdown, Skylines, this, Skylines, that. You'll probably find me on every single one as Sakura Nation. So yeah, send me your pictures, and the ones I like the most, well, actually, forget that. Not the ones I like the most. I'll stick them up on Twitter. We'll get some votes in. Whichever one wins, we'll stick it in there. So it'll be the top 2 or 1 for each area, and then we'll put them in the city. And then I'll do a nice showcase video. Okay, now we're actually going to jump into the golf course. Really simple, this golf course. It was a lot easier to do than I thought it would be, even though it looks absolutely lovely. Is I basically just got these golf course assets off the workshop. Put them down, stuck some trees in, a few sand pits, some grass, and Bob's your uncle. No, it wasn't just that. I had several different types of golf course assets that I went through, and some I liked, some I didn't. Some are terrain conforming, some aren't. In the end, I ended up using these ones that do slightly terrain conform, which was great because, you know, golf courses aren't just flat. They are very hilly, they have lots of pits in them, sand pits, water pits, that type of thing. The first issue I had was actually picking the ones I wanted to use. There's so many here, and I didn't want to put down a full 19-hole golf course because it'd just be too much. So in the end, what I ended up doing is just putting down a load that I like. I think I put about 8 or 9 down, just so it's like a mini golf course. And, you know, worked harder on the details in the area, so adding things like the sand pits, which are quite large, you know, things like that, and like some more trees in the distance and around the area, so, you know, when people hit their ball, my words are well off today. When people hit their ball, you know, it goes into a tree, falls out of the tree. It happens a lot in golf if you've ever watched it. It's not fun. When doing the sand pits, I started off by using the decals to do it. What happened later on is I logged back in, all the decals went black, which was a pain. So I ended up actually changing it for proper sand, which doesn't look as nice, but I managed to cover the area with some grass and some trees, which you'll see me do now. I'm putting down this long grass. This doesn't last long either. I end up removing the grass because it just doesn't fit. It goes through the assets. It doesn't match the color. You know, no matter what I did, I just couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it. So I ended up taking it out. Okay, so we're just now coming up to the final cinematics. There is a few things in the cinematics that I don't show in this video that you'll see. I've added a bit more onto this. I did this afterwards. I liked the area and I was really happy with it, and then one day I just looked at it and thought, I'm going to do some more. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today in Project UK Oxworth. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, ahead of schedule, I apologise if I don't upload anything next week. I am going to try to get something up, but if I don't, then you know why, because I'm obviously setting into my new job. But don't worry, something will be up soon if it's not up then. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button, and a like, a comment goes a long way to help me, and I love reading all your comments. Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified every time I upload some new content, and if you are a regular here, which is great, welcome back. Again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, but leave me a comment and a like. It's absolutely lovely. I love reading comments, I love replying to them. I say it all the time, but it's fantastic. Anyway, if you wish to support me on Patreon, my link's in the description below, along with all the links to everything else I mentioned in this video. Have yourself a good one.